Okay, good day everyone. This week we'll be looking at organizing and outlining the speech body. So last week you have actually gone through an overview of how to become a good speaker, and in that lesson I've also touched about speech planning. So today we're going to look at how are we going to plan or outline our speech body. So as I've mentioned, a well-organized speech should consist three parts, which is your macro structure, introduction, body, and conclusion. So what is the objective of organizing and outlining your speech body? Number one, you would know what are the main points that you're going to talk about, and then you can also make sure that your points are organized well to suit the audience, and also to ensure that your speech flows smoothly. All right. Okay, now let's look at the steps. Okay, there are 6 steps to the speech outline. We'll look step by step. All right. The first step is to identify your goal. Okay, what is the goal of your speech? So there's 2 goals. The first goal is the general goal. The second goal is specific goal. Okay, general goal is an overview, what you want to do in your speech. Okay. So the example here is I want to inform. So basically the general goal is you want to inform. But what do you want to inform about? So that's where the specific goal will come in. You will talk about how to improve grades in college. Alright? Okay, now once the goal is done, then you would move on to the second step, which is to identify what is the main point. So what is main point? Main point is basically a statement that consists 2 to 4 central ideas. So how do you identify or how do you find main ideas? You can go through by reading and collecting information through research or even your own ideas, okay? So what you do is you list down the ideas related to the speech goal, and then go through once again the list and see which are the ideas that you think that it's too simple for your audience. Remember, before doing all of this, you need to also do audience analysis, as I've mentioned in the last lesson, right? So when you do your audience analysis, you would know what is the level of your audience. So you would know that if the idea is too simple for your audience, then you can actually eliminate. Or if the ideas is too general or too simple, then you can omit the ideas. And then sometimes you find ideas that is, it has a similar elaboration, then group it together in a broader theme. And also eliminate ideas that is very complicated. If you cannot explain, definitely you would not be able to make your audience understand what is the point or idea is about. So you don't need to talk about that. All right. Next, third point is to actually construct thesis statement. What is thesis statement? Thesis statement gives a preview of your speech. What are you going to talk about? It is actually a blueprint that helps you organize your speech or your body of your speech. So the example could be 3 proven techniques for improving test score in college are to attend class regularly, develop positive attitude, and study efficiently. So here you have given a preview. What are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about 3 techniques, which are attend class, develop positive attitude, and study effectively. So you have given a preview to your audience that these are the things that I'm going to talk about. So that is thesis statement. Once you are done with the thesis statement, now you have to choose what type of organizational pattern that you want. So there are a few different patterns that you can choose from. Number 1 is time order. Time order is basically sequence, or if you're anything that relates to time, okay, chronological order, then you use time order. If you want to tell a story, then you use a narrative order. If you have topics, by topics, then you can organize your points according to points in topic order. Okay, if you want to use logical reason order, then each point will give reason to support the next point, and so on. Okay, this is like cause and effect. So you will give reasons for each point. So your speech will have a lot of reasons to support why you say so. All right. Okay, now step 5 is where you outline your speech body. So what is speech outline? It is actually showing the relationship between ideas that is in your speech. So how do you prepare an outline? Number one, you have to know what are you going to talk about the main point. Okay, provide a starting point. And then after that, you also need to show how all these points relates together. And you need to also look through the speech outline, your points to see, does it make sense? Does it relate to the goal that you are trying to achieve in this speech? Do my audience will be able to understand this speech? So these are the questions you can ask when you prepare your speech outline. And then you also need sub points, okay, which is the elaboration. So when you do elaboration, make sure your audience can relate to it. So use something that relates to your audience, or also known as listener relevance link, where you can actually relate to your audience with the point. You can use daily life experience, for example, something that is very close to your audience so that your audience can get the picture of what are you trying to say. Okay, so how do you identify this sub point? You look for relationship among ideas. So if you have the points, your elaboration must relate to the points, and then make sure it fits logically. You must make sure your elaboration actually relates and fit logically to the main point. Also, if it's irrelevant information, irrelevant example, then you can just omit that. If you think that there are certain ideas that is similar, you combine it, and also have research card to help you with your main point. So do some research, have research card to help you with the main point. All right. Now, and the final step is to actually create transition. Transition here to help you to create a smooth flow in your speech. So there are two types of there are two types of transition. First is section transition, the second is signpost. Alright, section transition helps to create a smooth flow between your macro structure, while signposts help you to create a smooth flow within the micro structure, which is the details. Alright, so these are the types of transition, and there are 6 steps, and this is the topic on organizing and outlining the speech body. We will do more on this, or we will discuss more on this during class. Okay, thank you very much.